All right, this is my first driving test with 14.2. Kind of got my standard little test that I like to do. Changed up the start of it here in my neighborhood. Instead of just going straight out of my neighborhood to the stop sign, I decided to come through it where it has, if you see right in front of me, kind of a half circle, a half cul-de-sac, which goes down to the left, which has a full cul-de-sac. I'm gonna just see how it handles that. I don't expect any problems, but I was curious to see if it would do a U-turn right here. Anyway, the two main things in the first part of this drive is how it handles the first stop sign in my neighborhood, because I can't see to the left when it does the NHTSA stop, and then there's a turn going on to our highway where pretty much every version has failed. The only one that actually did it right was 13.2.8. That was the only version that did that correctly. And so I'd like to see how that works. The next part is doing a U-turn in the middle of the highway. It's not really a U-turn, it uses a median turn. And in the state of North Carolina, you're supposed to go to the further side of the part where you're turning. So I want to see if it will do that. So do a U-turn there. We're going to hang a right to go over some speed bumps, and then there's a hard left turn that it has to do. It's pointed at a wrong angle, and the last version, I actually had FSD turn off because it just wouldn't do it. And then the last part is checking to see if it'll park at the supercharger. Well, actually checking to see if it will actually go to the correct spot, turn into the correct spot at the supercharger. And it did on the previous 14.1. It did that. So I'm just kind of curious to see how all this works. So here we go. I'm just gonna get started. Well, so it's going to do a U-turn in the half cul-de-sac. Okay. Hey, that's fine. That'll work. I have no problem with that. Let's see how it does up here with vehicles at stop signs and people parked, probably not legally, but we're not a busy neighborhood, so it's probably okay. Yeah, I've been waiting for this for an update from 14.1.4, and it's been a bit frustrating. Got a car coming from the left. It's been a bit frustrating not getting updates. And one of the frustrations is actually just getting just a regular update, not a FSD update. I've been pretty far behind. I just today got the Tron update. I don't even know if Tron's still in the theater. Couldn't tell you. It would have been nice to get that when it was in the theater. Okay, so here's the first stop sign, and so I am too far back. I can't see to the left. I know the car can't see. Okay, we're clear. I really don't like it being that far back, and the reason why, and I've had this at other stop signs, is for Tesla owners who have done FSD, we tend to know it's going to stop short. However, when you have a vehicle behind you, they don't know you're going to stop short. They don't know. They expect you to actually go up to the intersection. So I've actually had people behind me honking their horn at me because I have stopped 10 feet short of a stop sign. I've had people that if I didn't overtake FSD, I would have probably been rear-ended because I have come up too short to the stop sign. And I'm not saying just 10 feet every time. I've been 20 feet short of an intersection before, just before the placement of a stop sign. To me, that you need to get closer to the intersection. Now, granted, that's how it's always been. That's how every version's been. It always comes up short. And I know that's what they called for short the NHTSA stop, National Highway Transportation stuff. I don't know if it's correct or not, but if I can't see left or right. If there's not enough space for me to see, I'm gonna keep slowly edging up to the intersection till where I can actually have a clear view. The car doesn't need to stop when it's still blocked. The car can slow down, but slowly keep rolling until it can completely see. I really don't like it when it comes to a complete stop, 10-15 feet short of an intersection, and then move up. In the past, what's happened is when it would stop, it would really just, it'll kind of throw you back in the seat to get up to the stop sign. Like it was too fast. Perhaps if it did it slower, I don't know. Have I gotten used to it? Yes. I just think that's a glaring thing that probably needs to be updated, and it's just something that like FSD people have just been kind of living with. Okay, so here we are coming up to this. We got a left turn, and we got a short little area here, and then we got a right turn going on to kind of a highway. Every version of this, except for 13.2, has come up short and just slammed on brakes right here. And so this is very good. I like this. This is very good. Nice and smooth. The previous version got scared of the highway and we wanted to brake, and that was perfect. That's exactly what we want. All right, so now I'm going to edit my trip, and I'm going to get rid of my waypoint that's up here. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to perform a U-turn in the middle here. So let's do that. All right, let's see. It should be getting over soon. And you see what I mean here by doing a U-turn in the middle. Now, for North Carolina state law, we're required to go to the far side of this turn, and I'm curious to see what it's going to do. So this is wrong. This is 100% wrong for the state of North Carolina, and you can ask me how I know this if you want to, but the real reason why I know this is because I've had multiple friends when I was younger fail the DMV North Carolina driving license test because of this right here. Right outside of our local DMV, they have a one of these turns. That's how they do their test. They do it on purpose. If you come up short like we just did right then, you're going to fail your driver's license. So that right there was wrong. Now, did I take over? No, I did not. But what happened right there was completely wrong. Now I need to get over, and I got a car coming up because my turn's coming up, and I would have already gotten over in the right-hand lane just because I know where my turn is. So what's going to happen is the car is going to pass me, and are we getting over? My turn's coming up. Yeah, I don't like this at all. That it should have been over in the right-hand lane earlier on. I mean, you can nitpick that all you want. There's no reason to be hanging out in the right-hand lane. I'm standard driving. I'm not doing hurry or Mad Max. I'm standard. So I would have already gotten over. Okay, so we're coming up to a speed bump or a speed cushion, whatever you want to call it. Previous versions have gone through this pretty fast. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I may have slowed down a little bit more just for me, but that's perfectly fine. We got the car preconditioning because I am going to a supercharger. That's fine. Okay, here we're coming up to this turn, and I like this test because we're going to be facing kind of towards the right. The car has a bridge. It's hard to see on that side. I have to turn pretty far to the left to be able to see to the left. So it can be a little tricky on this turn. That's why I kind of like doing this turn. FSD got into the middle, the previous version of, it saw a car late, so it stopped. I probably would have kept going. Now, what I was going to say was the previous version of 14.1.4 actually gave me the red hands of death and stopped in the middle of the intersection on that turn with no vehicles around. I wish I had recorded it. I did try to replicate it. I couldn't. But for whatever reason, it just died I just died right in the middle of the turn. All right, so the speed limit's 45. We're going 40. That's annoying. Just get up to speed. I mean, no one drives 45 on this road. Everybody drives 50 to 55 on this road. Yeah, I don't know if I like that or not. I mean, get up to speed. I don't want to tap the accelerator or change modes. I want to do standard mode, because that's where the majority of my driving is done. I mean, if I have to switch back to going in hurry in the city, like we did with 13.2.8, I'll do that. So now we're at 45. I don't know why it took us. So just get up to 45. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating. So I don't know. This is my first drive, and yes, I'm being very picky. You know, this is a version that said they fixed a bunch of stuff. The main issue was the brake stabbing. Yes, it's brake stabbing. That's exactly what it is. You can also call it automatic emergency braking. You can call that too, because I have actually had the brake stabbing happen, and it's been actually classified as automatic emergency braking. I can bring up the notifications and I can show you, but I actually had it the other day. It applied, I was driving, it applied automatic emergency braking because it got scared of leaves going across the road. So hopefully that's been cleared up with 14.2. All right, we're kind of getting up to speed. I'm gonna get rid of this waypoint here that we're going to, because now I just added that in just to make sure we go to this direction. All right, so now we're gonna go straight to the supercharger. So that's what we want. That's where we're going. So we're 45 here. So what was the problem with the road back there? Why would we not get up to 45 miles per hour, up to the speed limit? We got a speed limit change to 35 here. Let's see what happens. And yeah, the car slowed down. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It did feel a little abrupt, but that's okay. Going 40 and a 35, I'm okay with that too. I want to come out and test the school zone here. I'm going to try to do that sometime this week if I can get out in time for school. All right, coming out to railroad tracks. I expect the car to slow down. It's done this very, very well the last few versions, and it is. Yeah, this is doing exactly what we want. Yep, that's good. There's not a pothole, but a manhole cover that it will miss 50% of the time. It hit it this time. I don't know, I could come tomorrow and it may or may not miss it. Don't know, it's kind of a crapshoot. So we're going 34 to 35. And I'm going to tell you, people get mad on this road if you're going under 35. So now we're hitting 35. I would probably drive around 40. So it seems to be that I'm going to need to change to hurry mode in while driving in the city. I'll test that out, but all my first initial tests that I do, they're always done in standard. I don't change that. And to be honest, I tried the other modes in 14.1.4. I saw real no need to be in anything other than standard for my driving. Yeah, when I'm using FSD, I'm not in a hurry. There's no need to be in a hurry. I'm not driving. If I want to get there faster, I'll drive. I mean, that's what I'll do. Now this intersection, if I was driving and there's no one in this right-hand lane, I would want to get in that right-hand lane just because it makes it easier to make the turn up and the light up ahead. and then you don't have to worry about, you know, traffic and trying to get over. But yeah, I'm kind of curious what the next FSD is going to be, because what this one currently, what it feels like to me, this feels like 13.2.8 again. That's what so far that's what it feels like to me. And obviously we have like the settings for you know, charger. That's kind of nice. I do like that. So like I said, that intersection right there, I would have gone ahead and been in that right hand lane since it was open, because the first thing it did when it went through the intersection was it got over. Just go ahead and get over. Like now, I have to make a turn at this right next light. There's no one next to me. Instead of waiting to here to get into the right hand lane, why just go ahead and get over? You know, it's things like that. You know, maybe if I put it in like sloth mode or something. Do we still have sloth? Yeah, we do. Okay, so maybe if we do sloth, then it would actually you know, get over earlier. I don't know. I don't use sloth. I probably never will. I don't think I've even tested sloth. Okay, so our supercharger's kind of right back over here behind the hotel, and I don't know why you're rolling. We got a red light, we got cars turning. Okay, we should go now. Very good. And let's see if it makes the correct turn into here. Should be this first one, right? Yep, that's good. And it looks like there are some people using chargers today. And I don't know where it's going. It's never done this before. Why in the world did it do that? So the charger's over there. Why did it do that? That is bizarre to me. Why would it do that? I'm curious where it's going to go. It looks like there's only one available. All right, well, going right on in. One shot at it. Person next to me kind of missed the line, but that's okay. And stop right there. Well, that's new. All right, well, that was the first part of driving with 14.2.